Mother? What are you doing here?
Oh. Fancy, hi, honey. I was just at Pilar's, paying my respects to Luis, and being around so much grief, it was so draining. I just needed to clear my head before I went home. You on your way to see Noah?
Please don't mention that Neanderthal's name to me.
Why? What happened?
Noah freaked out, that's what happened.
Dare I ask why?
We went to look at apartments, and the only ones we could afford are a total disaster. Anyway, I can't live like that, so I did something I thought would help, and Noah went ballistic.
And what exactly did you do?
I went to Grandfather to get him to give Noah a job at Crane.
Fancy, no!
What, you too?
Oh, Fancy.
What?
No, you are an unthinking fool. You know, a self-absorbed problem child that I helped create.
I'm a self-absorbed problem child? Gee, Mother, it's nice you think so highly of me.
Fancy, I love you. I do. But you are a spoiled princess who hasn't a clue about how the rest of the world lives. Most people in the world don't get half of what they want. You have gotten everything you have ever wanted and more. You have no idea how to work towards a goal or make sacrifices for something you want or someone.
Noah?
Noah isn't your usual eye candy.
I know that.
Noah is like Sam. He's a proud man with strong principles, and there is no way he would ever take a job from Alistair.
So what if Grandfather offered it? Who in their right mind turns down a chance to work for Crane Industries?
Noah, for one. And that you don't understand that is both remarkable and frightening.
Oh, please. I got Noah a job. You'd think I'd asked him to sell his soul to the devil.
In Noah's mind, you did, Fancy. Working for Alistair, it's one and the same thing.
But Noah needs money to get back on his feet.
Money doesn't mean the same thing to Noah and to Sam as it does to you. I mean, yes, they want money. Everybody wants money. But good men, like Noah and Sam, they're not gonna lose their self-respect to get it. And the fact that you don't understand that makes me realize that you don't have enough respect for Noah or for yourself. Fancy, I am sorry. I am sorry. I don't mean to be so hard on you. I am partly to blame for the way you see things, the way you view the world. I mean, I grew up believing that the most important thing was to be rich. Until I met Sam. And he changed all of that. I would have happily married Sam if Alistair and my father hadn't conspired to marry me off to Julian. And I admit, I enjoyed the perks of being Mrs. Julian Crane. But honey, I would have been far, far richer if I would have married Sam. Alistair is trying to dictate your future in a different, subtler way. Don't let him do it. If Noah takes that job with Alistair, you will be beholden to that old geezer until he dies. And believe me, that is not a position you want to be in.
But it's just a job. I could see Noah being upset if I had asked Grandfather to give him a handout, but I didn't. Noah would be working for the money.
Fancy, do you honestly think that Noah would have taken a job from the man who had him arrested on false charges after he sabotaged Sam?
That's a separate thing.
Not to Noah, it isn't. Noah is fiercely loyal to his father. And after all of the horrible, awful things that Alistair has done, there are a lot of decent people who would never, ever work with him. And Sam and Noah, they are on the top of that list. Besides everything else, Fancy, your timing is awful.
I don't see why.
Oh, of course you don't see why. And that just underscores how you don't understand anything. Fancy, the Lopez Fitzgeralds are grieving the loss of their second son killed by Alistair.
I know grandfather has done some terrible things to people, but murder?
Fancy, open your eyes, please. Please, see Alistair for the horrible monster that he is.
Help me, Mother. What do I do about Noah?
Help you keep from losing him?
I thought we had something special together.
Well, I think you can have something special. Maybe more, even. Just not on your terms.
You mean I have to be poor?
I think you have to learn to adjust your way of thinking about what you expect. Learn to compromise.
You mean settle?
Fancy, if you want to be with Noah, I think you really have to think about what's the most important thing to you. Love or money?
Both.
Honey, I'm really trying to help you, but you're not listening.
Oh, I'm listening to crazy talk. I don't adjust myself for men, Mother. Men adjust themselves for me. I've never had to compromise anything for some guy.
Oh, well, I didn't think Noah was just some guy. Is he?
Well, no.
Then you're gonna have to learn to be flexible, Fancy. Or learn to live without Noah.
Ivy.
Oh, Sam, I wanted to say goodnight before I went home.
I was just upstairs saying goodnight to Jessica.
How's she doing?
Better. You know, I think that she wants to come here to stay. You know, I think she really wants to turn her life around.
Sam, I'm so glad.
Yeah. You know, I love my daughter.
Yeah.
And it just killed me to see her destroying her life the way she was to be with Spike.
I wish things were going that well for Fancy and Noah.
Yeah, I had a long talk with Noah.
I had one with Fancy.
Well, did you make any headway?
I don't know. Maybe I mean, I'd really like to believe that true love conquers all. But Noah is so stubborn, and Fancy is oblivious. I don't know that they'll ever find any common ground.
Well, I hope that they do. If Nancy and Noah are meant to be, then I hope it doesn't take them as long as it took us to realize that we were meant to be together.